is because our limbic brain is responsible for all of our feelings, our behavior, and decision making. We actually base decisions on emotions and then justify them later with logic, because that part of our brain that actually makes decisions has no concept of being able to understand language or logic. It's the other part of our brain. So this is important to note because, again, we're trying to build trust and trying to build connections. We don't want to just talk about everything that we've accomplished and talk about listings and all these numbers. Those don't resonate with people. It's the emotional connections that do. And so this is a quote by Seth Godin, who's one of the great thought leaders and marketers of our generation. And he said that we live not in an industrial economy, but in a connection economy, not based on who you know, but who trusts you and what you have access to. So the interesting thing to note about this is an industrial economy was think about Henry Ford, where you're trying to manufacture as many things as possible in the quickest amount of time so that you can make the highest amount of profit. Later, we moved to more of an advertising TV model where we would try to get out a message to as many people as possible. And if we could get this message out to the masses, we would be profitable, because get it to enough people will buy. And now things have become a lot more niched. And just kind of an interesting example of this is, like I said, I'm a musician myself. And this is the first year, is either this year or coming into 2019, 2020. It's the first year ever that independent artists as a whole are making more money than artists in a label. And the reason why is we have so much access to different things that we're able to be more specific with who we trust and what we consume and what we like. Because you could be into jazz, reggae, funk, fusion, and there's a band that does that. Whereas before it's just jazz, or before it's just this or just that. And so now you're able to really build those trust and that connection with people that have those different various interests as you do. And the other kind of side point to think about this is it says who trusts you and what do you have access to. So understand just in that sentence, the trust is the first part, the first component of that. What do you have access to, which is basically your knowledge, your experience, your connections, your expertise. That's the second part. If you don't build that trust first, people don't care what you have access to.